So what do you think Pete, from the beginning, like, right? I mean, I know you wasn't alive, but what do you think about the effort of or the idea of affirmative action to try to offset all of the issues that was caused to black people in America based around slavery?
I think it's more so giving a man a fish. And I think it's giving a man a fish so that you can feel good for giving him the fish, that you feel very pleased with yourself. But also at the time, a lot of this stuff happened right when a group of people became eligible to vote. So now it's like, here, I'll give you this fish, vote for me, I'll give you another fish, and I'll give you another fish, and I'll give you another fish. And you see maybe there aren't as many fishermen as there should be per capita.
Exactly.
So right now with it being back in what's the court called, Pete? Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Right now, so then what do you feel about it? Is it something that's a necessary thing? Like, is America getting into a space to where inclusion is just like detrimental?
You know what, bro? I think as long as you have human beings, you're going to have the ability to taint something. Even if something's meant for good, right? It's going to become corrupt because that's just who we are by nature. You know how they say self-preservation is the first law of nature? Sure. We're always in a constant state of flux, dude, where we're always trying to better ourselves. Even if it's from the most minute thing, like a smoker might be thinking like, man, I'm gonna make $60 a day so I can stay high all day. $60 to keep me high all day. So that's his motivation, right? As crazy as this sounds, I'm always thinking, okay, how can I make more money so I can hire more people? I need to have this, I need to do this. So I'm always thinking, right? So we're always in this constant transition, bro. As long as that's going on, bro, it's needed, dude, but it's not going to work. I think the closest thing we can come to it, bro, is putting the education and cash package together and just letting people go about their business.
Pete?
I think you have cultural flaws on each side. And the shortest way to fix the situation is for black parents to be like Asian parents and just be hard fucking core. You're not going to have a good time till you're 40 and I'm 65.
I would like that. I just fear the comparableness of it. It's not really comparable.
It is.
How do you mean?
It's parents coming from trauma. It's different. You know what I mean? It's just different.
Well, that's the existential question.
Go ahead.
Is justifying an action, it is a justification of an action versus a pursuit of the best action type of dilemma.
Well, I think that's where it gets crazy, right? And this is where I think being a part of the culture just makes it a complete different experience, right? Sure, yes, we could ask a bunch of people who are, and I get into it. This is a very serious topic too, right within the diaspora period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it somebody's fault or is it just people just being fucked up? And it's obvious, right? If I do something specifically to a car, it'll start tearing up every other part of the car. If that part of the car is not fixed, can it be fixed personally is different. Can the trauma that black people have been through in America unjustly be fixed by black people? Most likely not. It's virtually impossible as a whole. But I don't think there's a whole community of anybody in this country crushing it. I just think,
right.
I just think we look at it like, if you specifically, like, black people in this country have been wrong, right? As long as you believe slavery is wrong, as long as you believe what happened is wrong, right? And like anything else, it's the person's responsibility to do their best to make it right. So, like I always tell people, like, for example, anytime a rapper dies, right? Anytime a rapper dies, the first thing people talk about is, oh, he died because of this, or is a murder culture in hip hop, blah, blah, blah. It's like, sometimes it's none of that. Sometimes it's just people get shot and die. This is not like this exclusive problem that happens in our community. This is happening in East LA. This happened in little Cambodia town.
Well, we talked about that earlier, bros, because those murders don't attract the social currency.
Yeah, there's no social currency to talk about it. So what I'm saying is the solution as simple as, oh, well, if black people just get their act together, everything will be fine. But how do you get your act together when it's not like?
Well, I get that. Yeah. I think the conversation, well, like the question is, there's two. There's what can be done as a broader whole, not like what can be done. What is the most effective thing that can really? I think that question isn't asked.
Well, that's why I think it gets tricky, right? Because at that point it becomes, do you want to make it right for yourself
and sustainably effective?
But I don't think that's the point, right? I don't think it's prime example. Like if you do something wrong to somebody, right? And you put your best foot forward of trying to make it right. I think it's about you more than it's about the person. And I think America has done a very horrid job of trying to make it right. Versus, is this going to fix the diaspora as a whole in America? The black diaspora? No, it's probably not. But it's not about is it going to fix everything? Did you do your part in what you broke? You know what I mean? Did you do your part in what you broke? And it may be a longer project. Prime example, like if I break something specifically on a car, and then it calls, like if I break a certain part of the steering equipment, and it, eventually your car breaks, your A-arm breaks, your tires rub bad because they're not correctly, they're wearing incorrectly, the fender's messed up, but then I'll just pay you for the tie rod, and the steering component that I messed up. Oh, I just broke the tie rod. No, this is what happens years and years. Once you break a tie rod, feel me, eventually the tires wear bad, the A-arm can get broke, the ground can hit the fender, knock the fender off, knock the bumper off. Feel me? You could actually get hurt in the car. You going to hey, baby. It's time to get up. Another sunny day.